Hi guys, it's Amy from Nail Polish Baby 90 and welcome to today's video. Today I'm here doing my swatch and review of the Opi Iceland collection. I do have hiccups, so you may hear me hiccuping as I go through this, but I've tried to get rid of them and it just isn't happening. So we're here to review the Opi Iceland collection. This was released for fall of 2017. The ones I'm going to be showing you are in the Infinite Shine formula, but you can obviously buy them in either. I will link down below the review and wear test I've done of the actual Infinite Shine complete like manicure system, but you can just wear these as normal polishes within a normal top and base coat system or that of your choosing, and that's what I did when I wore all of these ones. I just wore them with normal top and base coats. In my opinion, Infinite Shine dries a little bit shinier than the regular OPI without a top coat, but other than that they are pretty comparable. So the California collection for the summer was a very like pink, red, orange heavy, and then we're greeted with kind of like an opposite collection to that for fall. So this is a lot of browns, taupes, blue tones, and all kind of gets grey undertoned polishes, which I personally loved. Excuse the hiccuping, it's going to be so annoying when I edit this. But let's get started and have a look at the Opi Iceland collection for 2017. We'll start off with the four more berry and pink toned polishes. The first one is called Aurora Berry-alis, which is what the Northern Lights is known as, Aurora Berry-alis, so that's where the name comes from. Iceland, if you don't know, is a part of Europe, and it is just kind of near, I guess, to the UK. It's more up towards Canada, but over away from the UK, if that makes any sense. But actually, Iceland is more like green and scenic, but there is snow, but Greenland is more icy. That's my understanding of it. Iceland's become a really popular place to go on holiday, and I would really like actually to go there because it looks stunning. Anyway, back to the polishes. Aurora Berry-alis is obviously this lovely berry purpley toned pink. This is a cream formula, no complaints, nice and easily opaque in two, and I don't feel like I've seen anything exactly like this from OPI, just where it is so kind of like warm and berry toned. I think that makes it slightly different. So Aurora Berry-alis, opaque in two. Reykjavik Has All the Hot Spots is this next one, and this is a kind of like frosty rosy pink colour. It does have like a little bit of a silver shimmer in there, which adds to the frostiness. Now I know people aren't always huge fans of frosty polishes. I'm not a huge fan of frosty polishes. I don't hate them, but they're just not my favourite. This one was the least favourite in the collection just because I do love the creams more than the frosty finishes, and I'm not keen on this colour either. It was quite brush strokey. They did fade away, but you do just need to be careful with your application that you're not doing like wiggly lines. You have to do very precise straight lines. So it's going to be opaque in 2 to 3. The third coat might just be needed to smooth out those lines. And Reykjavik is the capital of Iceland, so that's where the name comes from. So this is Reykjavik Has All the Hot Spots, and this is opaque in 2 or 3, depending on your application. One Heckla of a colour is this grey toned lilac. I did privately compare this to Planks a Lot by OPI, and this is a lot brighter, and that one is a lot more grey toned. So the undertone of this polish is still grey, but it's a bit more of a brighter polish from some of the others that are in the collection. This is one of the ones that's quite nice to have like a pop of colour in the darker days. So yeah, really enjoyed this colour. I thought it was really nice and something different compared to all the like taupes and blues that I'm about to show you. This is a beautiful formula, completely opaque in 2. This one is one Heckla of a colour. Is the hiccuping annoying you as much as it is me? Probably. I'd Have a Gin and Tectonic is this like light peachy pink colour. I actually didn't like this on my nails. I liked it a lot more in the bottle. It's too close to my skin tone, so it's almost mannequin hands, but it just looks weird because it's not quite mannequin hands, or it's not quite contrasting enough. I just found that this on my skin tone was not that great. But another one for such a light coloured polish, it had a beautiful formula and completely opaque in 2. So this one is I'll Have a Gin and Tectonic. We then have one green, and this one is called This Isn't Greenland. And to me, I wrote down on my notes that this was like a grey toned lime. It's definitely got some yellow in there, which is just making me feel like it's more limey than like an apple green. It was something different, it was something original, so I really appreciated that one. Again, it just wasn't my favourite on my skin tone and with my nails. Slightly more sheer. This one was opaque in 3, so this one is This Isn't Greenland. Then we will move on to this array of 4. I did show these in my OPI like collection and comparisons video, but as you can see, these are kind of like an ombre. So we start off with like more of a like a dark indigo, a brighter indigo, then we go darker indigo, we go a taupey blue, and then we just go to taupe. So you may feel that you don't need all of these because they're giving across the same concept. So if you want something that's like a darky bluey taupey colour, you have kind of 4 options of which you want to go for. So you may feel that you don't need all of them. I need to be fair, and I complained about the OPI California Dreaming being too many pinks. So in that respect, although I'm loving this because I love this tone and I can have as many bottles and I would not be mad at it, I can understand that for people that don't like blue and taupe, this might be a bit too much. But let's have a look and we'll go from the most blue to the most taupe in this order. The first one is Less is Norse, which like I say is the most, it's like a really great indigo blue colour, so a little bit of purple in there too. All of these 4 that I'm going to show you have the potential to go opaque in one. It just depends on your application and I guess how much polish you get on your brush. Sometimes they're so close, but I think all of these 4 I'm going to give like a 1 or 2 coats just because it does just really depend on your application. So like I say, this one is Less is Norse and no complaints, really enjoyed this one. Opaque in 1 or 2. Less is Norse. How many times have I said that? We go a little bit more grey and we go to Suzi and the Arctic Fox, and I love the name of that polish. I just think this is really, really nice. So a lot more grey, but it is still holding on to a little bit of the blue indigo purpleness to it. We're definitely adding a little bit more taupe and a little bit more grey to the formula. I thought this one was beautiful. It was something dark on your nails but not black or grey. I just love the tones of like the indigo and blue in there, which just kept it to something slightly different. Loved this one. Again, opaque in 1 or 2. This is Suzi and the Arctic Fox. Another step with more brown and more taupe in is Krona-logical Order. This is a dark like taupey brown colour, but again I still feel like it retains 1 or 2 drops of the purple in there. There possibly is dupes out there for this one and the next one that I'm going to show you, but I just think that this one might be slightly more unique just because of that purple undertone. Excuse me and my hiccups. So another one completely opaque in 1 or 2. This is Krona-logical Order. And the last one, moving down towards more chocolatey taupes, this is That's What Friends Are Thor. This is also nicely named because those out there that like the Marvel Universe can obviously buy it because of the Thor reference to it. I would say it's more of a mid-tone brown because you are still going to retain the brownness on your nails. It's not looking black or dark in any way. You can definitely tell this is a chocolatey brown colour, but it's probably the least original out of the 4 that I just talked about. So opaque in 1 or 2, this is That's What Friends Are Thor. We're on to the last 3. The first one that we have is Icelanded, a Bottle of Opi, which is my least favourite named one out of the collection. Not that the names really matter. And this is a grey putty latte colour. It is grey tone, so it does fit in nicely with this collection. And I think this probably would be nice to wear over the winter as well as the autumn. This another one was not my favourite on my nails just because of the like colour. It wasn't as different enough from my skin tone to make it look okay. I like this one, it just wasn't my favourite, I don't know. So this one was completely opaque in 2, which is another great coverage for such a light toned polish. So opaque in 2, Icelanded, a Bottle of Opi. On to the last 2, and these last 2 are saved for last because these are the 2 with the shimmers in. The first one is Check Out The Old Geysirs, and this is a like grey toned light sky blue colour, and it does have a blue flash in there. This blue flash is super subtle on your nails. It's not the strongest in the bottle either, so I guess it's not completely misleading. I felt that this just looked different on my nails, and I don't know if that's just where the shimmer was there, but it was so subtle that you kind of had like the baby blue undertone with like a strange kind of like cast to the top, which obviously was the blue shimmer. Very different, very unique. I've not seen anything like this before, and another one with a great formula. I got this completely opaque in 2, which, like all of the lighter shades in this collection apart from the green, these have been really, really nice formulas. So opaque in 2, Check Out The Old Geysirs. And the most hyped up one I've left for last, this is Turn Out the Northern Lights. I've seen a lot of people out there that if they're buying one, this is the one that they're buying. It is stunning. It is. I don't know if I was overhyped about it because I'd heard so many people talking about it, but you have kind of like a blue probably like an indigo base, and then you see that beautiful shimmer in there. It reminds me of, what was that one that came out, was it like L'Oreal or Maybelline? Not Maybelline, maybe L'Oreal did it, or Max Factor. Somebody did a polish with like a similar type of effect, and I cannot remember the name of it. If I can, I will put it up here somewhere. But like I say, it's this beautiful deep dark purple with a strong like shimmer. That the shimmer goes from like a green to a gold to a red to an orange, so it is very different, and it does depict the northern lights, which is what the name of the polish is. So I give a good thumbs up for that, for the matching what they're describing. They did get completely opaque in 2, but you possibly could get it there in 1. It's one of them ones, like I said before, depends what polish you've got on your brush, and just depends on your application. I don't know if I just felt this maybe was too hyped. It is nice and it is different, but I don't know. I wasn't in love with it as much as I'd hoped I was going to be. But again, it is a standout from the collection because it is so different and unique amongst mainstream polishes. So Turn Out the Northern Lights, opaque in 2. So that was my swatch and review of the OPI Iceland collection for fall/autumn 2017. I will link down below some places where you can purchase this collection. It's available in stores and online, and I'm sure it's going to be on there for a few months at least, so you should be able to grab any that you are after. But of course they will go down and they will be reduced in the new year time, so do what you will, buy them full price, wait for them to go reduced, whatever suits you. My 2 favourites from the collection are going to be Turn on the Northern Lights, even though I said I do think the hype is a little too much, but it is still stunning. It's definitely going to be in my top 2. But my absolute favourite is Suzi and the Arctic Fox. I love this. I could wear this all day, every day through the autumn and through the winter. I absolutely love this one. Oh, I want to put it back on already. It's just so good. So give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you for putting up with my hiccuping through this video. Tell me down below what your favourite ones from this collection are, and I will see you soon. Bye.